Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more Baldur's Gate 3. Huh. Huh, it didn't save last time. Okay, so we have to head back. Alright.
That dead bird's been corrupted by the shadows. Would be
Okay.
wise to leave it alone.
This place is protected. Must be the refuge the Harpers spoke of.
Alright.
Keeping it at bay.
You there! Step easy! Come, Jahira!
Yep.
It seems tales of my clemency have been greatly exaggerated. You're about to.
Okay. So...
This is... You should never have come here, true
Alright.
soul.
Stop! What's you do?
She's the
Yep. Safe too. I'd pretty much trust her with my life.
true soul with a mind of her own.
because of the artifact, we tell her about it.
Congratulations. Hear me, Harpers. I'll not tell me. Why have you come here? Then our interest. There's food in the inn over there. Settle in.
Okay. Alright.
Burning through our oil, but it should just about do.
Just about.
Alright.
Just about. We shouldn't hang around.
Okay. So now that we have managed to get into the inn, let's... Alright. We will need to do some shopping, some exploration. Right, we needed to... Apparently my save didn't, so we need to bring Karlak out. Now that we've reached this area, let's actually grab... Alright, so for this area, let's bring out the rest, some of the regular cast. So Karlak,
What's on your mind?
And
No
now-
one in your party. What should I do?
you'll fill out for Rosala
Now
Kauten.
we're talking.
Then... Camp-wise... Let's see... Shadowheart.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious. It seems like you have ample company already. You'll need
Yes,
lead
Sith.
the way then.
And finally... We'll go with Will.
Well met. Sorry, but there's no room for me.
And
Let's make
Morris.
this happen.
Okay. And Holson.
Shut up. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands. It's not easy seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. You're too modest by far. More good has been done since I met you than in 100 years before. Words cannot express. Yes, forgive me. Sometimes I forget myself, gazing on the beauty of nature's creation. I studied one up close. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
Okay. So, we now have to get everyone else caught up. Starting with Karlak. Levels up. So, she is... Yep, gets her barbarian specialty. Yep. So, definitely do that. Berserker, Giant, Wild Heart, Wild Magic. Resistance to physical damage and advantage on strength checks, saving throws. Well, since she's a ranger, the Wild Heart would make sense. Speak with animals, and she gains a passive. Yeah. Your attunement with nature and its beasts inspires your rage, empowering you with supernatural might. So, unrelenting might. Which is... she gets unrelenting ferocity to heal. Eagle Heart lets her go for a leap down upon, gets her diving attack. Elk Heart, Primal Stampede, charge forward, attack enemy's way. That's not bad. The Tiger Heart gives her the bleed, and Wolf Heart gives her Inciting Howl. If I'm honest, her having Elk Heart just kind of makes me laugh. Because being able to stampede through enemies, I could see it. I can see this, so yeah. Ooh, Elk Piercings. Tiger Piercing, Wolf, Bear, Eagle. Nah, go with the appropriate, the Elk. Yeah. Alright, Shadow Heart. Alright, she already had level 3. So yeah, it's gonna be the Cleric level 3. Alright, both prepared spells. Now we get to some fun stuff, because level 3 Druid gets access to the first and second level spells. And let's see. Yeah, Spectral Weapon is amazing. Ward an ally, they gain resistance to all damage, and a +1 to armor class to saving throw. You know what? Aid wouldn't be the worst. Yeah. Because she's our heal tank, so... Then... Blessing... we have Sanctuary, but I think... Honestly, Protection... Yeah. Especially in this area, protection from evil and good is fantastic. Alright. And Will. Yep, picking up his 3rd level of Warlock. What spell would be really good for him? Blindness, Enthrall, Mirror Image, Misty Step, Ray of Enfeeblement. Yeah, no, I think Mirror Image was fantastic. Alright, Pact of the Blade. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, of course. He's the Blade of the Frontier, so Pact of the Blade is his... Yep. And I'm good with his spell. Alright. And now that we have everyone...
Used to your new look yet, Will? I, for one, think you look smashing.
You know, I think I am. It certainly didn't put off my, dance partner. I don't.
Ah, dance. The true language of love.
Indeed. Alright, let's go help.
Looks like that odd ox made it through the shadows.
Alright.
Aha! Thought I sensed an infernal. What are you doing here?
Same thing as you, I reckon. Hold on. Well done. Who needs
And we know that he's able to help her the first time.
We've got some infernal iron already.
There we go, first one.
Let me sleep. Hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have some...
Okay.
Glad you and Carl... A makeshift hut. And if you find any interesting materials in need of working, I'm happy to help.
Okay. So, with this crew, we need to start going through their equipment. So, like, Will has only a basic rapier. Thornblade. While concentrating, yeah, that'd be fantastic for him. Or the Sword of Clutching Umbra. Yeah. The additional piercing damage. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. So let's see. How do we want to do this? Like, we know Shadowheart should probably stick out of melee and be ranged. So... you knock back nearby foes, prone after killing a hostile target or landing a critical hit. Alright. So dagger can go, that. Speedy reply. Yeah, nah. Okay. Dark Justicar's mask we give to Shadowheart. These can all get sold. Okay, alright. Alright. So, get rid of that, because we now have the Spider's Lyre. Let's see. That's everything else we need for making stuff. Okay. So we're good there. So we have about 530 to initially work with. Okay, so let's see. Darkfire Shortbow. Wow, gives you resistance and haste. Okay, so we giving that to Shadowheart right off the bat. Will, like I said, probably going to give him the Sword of Clutching Umbra. Or the Thornblade. Umbra. Then... Karlach. Or, well, since he just got the Pact to the Blade, it's versatile, so it can be one-handed. Okay, actually, yeah, since he has Pact to the Blade, we'll get the Charge Bound. And then Karlach. The Halberd, maybe. No, wait, she took Ranger, and she took... Did she take dual wielding, or... Well, we'll balance the money out. We're taking those two.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay. Let's check... For Karlak. What style did she get? Reckless, Hordebreaker, Defense. Okay. Alright. You add your con mod to armor class, which, if she takes off the scale mail... Nope, 13. Okay, so no... So yeah, no, she ends up having it better with the armor. Alright. And her axe is the Exterminator's, which generally isn't going to get too much better. Okay. Alright. Then
Faith protects me.
the bow. Yeah. Darkfire short bow, yeah, because she's meant to be in the back.
Sharp as ever.
Will gets the new hammer. Alright. It is versatile, though. Alright. Okay. Oh, it's also not light. That's the difference. But it does get when he packs it, so. So then, bind weapon. Okay, and that lasts until... Yep. Yep. Bind your main hand weapon, becomes magical, and you cannot drop or throw it. You become proficient with it if you weren't already. So yeah, there we go. That makes it a +8. And 11 to 20 damage. There we go. Sweet. Okay, Will's good.
Not as bad as it could have.
Alright. And with...
Oh my god, soldier. That's Jaheira. The Jaheira.
You know her?
Not personally. Yeah. Can't believe she...
Alright.
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful. Sooner rather than later would be good. I feel like I'm burning. That's what I like. Now, let's...
Okay. So we still need a second upgrade, and we can do that here for her. Alright. Will's good. Honestly, she's good too. And Karlak's good. So the only thing left is armor, gloves, and the rest of the equipment.
Need anything?
Okay, so now we want to work on equipment. Okay. So helmets. Alright. So who has what? Yeah, see, that's the problem. Okay, so you've got two different hats. And there's just no way we don't give her the Justicars. Yeah. The cap... Okay. So, alright. So let's say that's good. Then the person who needs a helmet is Karlak, who... Okay, Constitution saving throw. And will... Yeah, just a dexterity. Then medium armor. Yeah. Breastplates. Scale mail, yeah, breastplate. Funnily, the breastplate actually gets rid of a problem. Huh. Chainmail. Chain shirt. That's medium. Yep. So, yeah. Let's get him a change. Okay, let's get Will a chain shirt. Shuna's fine. Yeah, scale mail +1, yeah. Nice, but... Okay. Splint armor. That would be... Okay, that would be better for us, so... Shuna gets that. Yeah, you've got scale mail. Okay. Then gloves and boots. Will, I guess because Will doesn't have any. Great swords, long swords. In addition, you gain a bonus on... Oh, okay, you become proficient in them no matter what. Okay. Now we're good. Okay. And... Alright, clearing out the inventory of what we don't need. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, that's all. Okay. And then we'll just take it money-wise. There we go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Alright, so Shuna can get up to... Yep, it puts her up to 16. She's actually better in the ring mail. Oh, that's a chain shirt, that's why. Okay. Split mail. Alright, that puts her up to 20. Okay, now we're looking better. Alright. Will gets the helmet. Oh no, wait, that was going to Karlak. My bad.
Blades always sharp.
Okay. Leather boots.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Okay, chain shirt +2. That was going to Will as well. Alright. And the gloves. Okay.
Defender of the people.
AC from 15 up to 16, so not a huge jump. And the gloves. There we go. Looking a little more fit.
A long way to go still.
Yep. And yeah, the Justicar's mask doesn't really do anything but intimidation. Shadow, no. Okay. Alright, so, now with some equipment sorted out, let's explore the inn. There's actually more here than you expect. There's some traps set to let us know if there's any invaders. Actually, while we're here,
I'm ready.
let's spend a spell.
Let the pain fade.
Take you.
Let's see about filling them up.
Take you. Take you. Take you. Take you.
And
Take you.
Come on, let's go.
talk to animals.
No, incapable.
Incapable of what?
Not for you to know.
-1 from intelligence or persuasion. It's a raw check. DC 14, no matter what, so... Yep, give the... Hey! Game's being nice to us.
Well, come close. Your mind to mine.
Okay. Lots of dead people.
Are you satisfied?
How does an ox like yourself have such horrifying thoughts?
It's a talent.
What are you, really?
Keep quiet, and you won't have to find out.
Your secret, whatever it is safe with me.
Good little hero.
Okay, so we healed him up and the ox... Yeah, looks like something's going on with him.
Right. What now?
Alright. So yeah, for now, just take the time and explore around the camp. The Harpers are keeping the place safe. But it doesn't hurt to know where we stand. The ruined battlefield. This is where we came in.
I'd love to, thanks.
What's next?
Where am I needed?
Alright.
No time to rest.
Turn back at once.
I can feel the shadow's power here, but they don't seem to be harming me.
Oh. Unsurprisingly, Shadow Heart is largely immune.
The shadow curse. It doesn't seem to affect me like it does others. Not as badly, at least. There's This must mean she is protecting me. She favors me. And you don't even know what I mean, do you? Time to come clean, I suppose. I worship Shah, the Dark Lady. And this must mean I have her blessing. Lady, she loves me. She must do.
So, what does this all mean?
Lady Shah wouldn't bless me like this for no reason. There must be something she wants of me. Those signs we found about Dark Justiciars, perhaps they were no coincidence. In either case, I need to watch for any place dedicated.
Okay. So, as you might expect, and sorry if you can hear the guys mowing the yard, it always fucking happens. Okay.
Something's
Ooh.
wrong.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
It rained.
Okay.
Me too. So cold.
Yep, nope. We can't enter there. Yeah, so we can't enter that place. However,
What's next, I wonder?
someone who's protected might be able to. So let's take a look. Nope. No, even her protection isn't enough. Yeah, it's that bad in there.
What to do?
But yeah, folks, it's one of those things where it's interesting the way they do this. But yeah, the basic level of the Shadow Curse we can pass with torches. That's not so bad.
That might be worth a look.
But there are places where it's going to be bad enough you can't come through. You need some sort of protection. Something that pushes back the shadows. And again, this whole area. Yep. But the fact that there is a place where the Shadow Curse is thick enough that even a torch doesn't protect you should probably be a good flag in your mind. Alright. The last light in. Okay. So, we'll keep exploring. After all, if this is where we're going to be working against the shadows, it's best to learn everything we can. A backpack just on the other side. Someone just barely didn't make it? Nope, nothing in there. Nope. Nothing here. Though this place looks kind of brightly lit for some reason. Alright.
That's curious.
Alright. And this chest is some more poison, potions, cool. Well, keep exploring, folks. That's what we're here for. Officially, we're trying to get to Moonrise Tower, but... well...
Victims of the Shadow Curse. At least they were afforded a burial.
Indeed. I don't think I have to speak against grave robbing, but... no... I don't think we need to speak against grave robbing. We've done a lot of grave making, but... yeah. But yeah. So yeah, this is just another way around. Alright.
The Dark Lady shields me. I can feel her.
Is that so? Which would also make it point that whatever is causing the Shadow Curse is involved with Shar, the goddess. Alright. So, let's see. Yep. Again, we're just exploring. Just looking to get an idea of how big the inn is. What is inside and out. The place has obviously seen better days, but so has this entire region. Alright. Then finally, I suppose we can head inside.
The Last Light Inn does not permit the bearing of arms. For the safety of all patrons, please leave your weapons at the door.
Wardrobe. A lot of aloe oil. Made from the succulent flowering plant, this oil is about as useful on your journey as the false nose to a clown of protest group.
Perimeter's clear, Mom.
Dark Maw the Wicked.
Is that Dark Maw the Wicked? I don't believe it. His territory ran from the Wood of Sharp Teeth to Cloakwood. It took half an army to drive him out. How did he end up here?
Alright.
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
Not planning to.
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Ceres, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us.
Yeah.
A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one.
What happened? What happened? Where's Zevlor?
Gone. And more than half the others with him.
Oh.
We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender. But they were toying with us, making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse.
What were you doing out here to begin with? You were bound for Baldur's Gate.
This army of the Absolute is growing and flowing towards Moonrise. There's worse than goblins on the roads now. I thought we might pass unnoticed along the fringes of this place. Escape the owlbear by hiding in its shadow, so to speak. You can see exactly how well that went.
Still, you're here, better than being a prisoner of the Absolute.
Prison's the best I can hope for the ones we left behind. Zevlor seemed to think the cult wanted us alive. I almost hope he never found out why.
Hey, Puffy. Honestly, yeah. This game was clearly designed with console in mind. Like, it is clean to be able to use it, so... Yeah, I can absolutely stand by just the console, the controller usage of it.
You're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too.
I heard what happened, that people were taking the Moonrise.
I keep replaying it. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids. Maybe that's why they picked him. They took his eyes first.
Ooh.
Then his tongue.
Yep. Yeah, she made it. I'm so sorry.
It just never stops. Some of us fought back. Or tried to. All I could do was run.
What did the cultists do with the others?
I don't know. How do you do it? How do you keep going?
When the night is dark, stars shine brightest. So keep on shining. It's going to be alright.
Heart's Requiem, right? The hero survives a war and rebuilds her life, stronger than ever. A tale worth remembering. Especially now. You've done so much for us already. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit.
Don't worry, I'll find them.
Thank you. If anyone can manage it, just be careful up there.
A smile better suits, yeah. Play strong. You have to. Because even if you're lying, at the very least, you're lying for a purpose. Alright. Anyone else worth talking to? And as far as it goes, I don't have any intention of doing the Evil Urge. I don't find it that appealing. If I'm perfectly honest. I genuinely do not sign... Everything I've heard about the Urge playthroughs are kind of eh. Alright. A fist?
If you have an alternative in mind, please do.
A fist?
House, are you? Good. I pray it's not too late for Duke Ravengard.
Good gods, one of the fists actually survived. Between the gift, the fucking cult, and everything else, I'm amazed any fist are left alive.
We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jahir?
She wants the same thing we do.
Art Kala, he's catatonic.
She doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult. I suspect she'd sacrifice. He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
Floric.
Hells. I know that voice. Will? In Timora's name, what happened to you?
The Hells have had their vengeance, and I doubt they are done with me.
Ye gods. Fate has no shortage of troubles to burden us with. We believe the cultists have taken your father to Moonrise Towers. I don't suppose you found a way in?
Not yet.
I trust you will do everything you can to free the Duke. But the Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise.
Holy shit. That's my old boss. The guy who sold me to Zariel.
Gortash, as in Enver Gortash. Last I knew, he was a minor player in city affairs.
A lot's changed since you left Baldur's Gate, Will. Gortash has gained considerable influence since then.
Has he now? Alright. And as far as... Okay. Yeah. Karlak, don't burn things.
So Gortash is a lord now. I'd like to clap eyes on this steel watch of his. You already know the story. I was Gortash's bodyguard, loyal as they come, when he made the deal with Zariel. She got a test subject for her infernal engine. I never found out what he got. This is the kind of man who gets a title. Authority. Makes me sick.
Oh yeah, no, this is the kind of prick who would sell everyone out. And for anyone who is a Berserk fan and wants to go, oh, you mean like Griffith? I'm like, no. Griffith was more sensible about his options. This prick is so power hungry and small-minded, it's pathetic. We'll make him answer for that what he did to you when we get to
the city. Baldur's Gate. Home. I can almost taste it, you know. Not even Gortash can spoil that.
Yep, get her home. That's what she wants.
Flame Colour. That's your name, isn't it? Art Colour? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me, climb.
Sounds like a fever dream.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
I've never heard that tune. Might it be an original composition?
Maybe he was a musician.
Search his body for any indication.
You notice the distinctive calluses on the man's hands, the kind only developed from decades of playing the lute.
The name he mentioned, Thaniel.
No idea, I'm afraid. Whoever it is must be someone important to him. He's been saying the same thing over and over, ever since we found him. Oh, if you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
Well, we have detect thoughts. Of course. Nope.
His mind is a grey haze. You can't make sense of anything through the mist.
Magical affliction. Try that. Hey! Got through the magic.
He spent a long time in the Shadowfell, a Sharan realm without colour or light. It's had a terrible effect on him.
His mind lingers in the Shadowfell, but perhaps it can be returned. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe.
Did you already check?
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway.
Okay, worn leather. Let's take a look. Rank Flame. Objective: to obtain information about the activities in Moonrise Tower's environs, head to the Catheric Thorn, the family's ancestral Thorn family. Take lodging in Last Light Inn. Investigation, local house of healing. Right. Thorn family is a long same boat to Sloon, but indicate a Sharan enclave might be gaining momentum there.
So he was at the house of healing. Wonder what he found.
Alright, so we have that. Okay. So, that's somewhere else we need to do. Yeah, once you start getting in this area, you're going to get a lot of options to open up to you. Alright. And let's see upstairs. Anything or anyone special up here. His Majesty received the condition sleeping, so somebody just passed out. Another Harper. Double oak doors. Isabel's room. Well, ain't this fancy. Alright, that just leads outside. Place is falling apart a bit. But, hell of a nice place. All said and done, wouldn't have been bad to have a couple of drinks. Oh, and of course, you have to laugh at finding this particular scene. Raphael playing board games with Mole. Two of the most devious characters in the game playing games with each other. Alright. You winning, Mole?
Your move, Mole.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
What's going on here?
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? Where's Square now, Chief? Say.
I haven't played in a long while, but I do enjoy chess. But I find it a little too limiting. Kalimshan fell because its nobility got cocky, put pressure on his king.
My, the Thescan double counter gambit. Vicious. Exactly what I would have done.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you?
Consider it, yes. I'm not guaranteeing a goddamn thing.
What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked.
Please let me smack this creep.
The Thescan move suggestion was inspired. I had no idea you played.
I don't know. As far as four-way chess, that could be kind of interesting. But it is purely just a case of... I would... See, the thing for me is always... I love the idea of the mobility of chess. What I would prefer, though, is mixing it with something like Magic the Gathering, where you have more options and you can, change the state of the board. That is what I would love to be able to do. The thing is, all too often, you have, card games like Magic just become, bishops in general are just fucking annoying harassers in the first place. My biggest issue with a lot of card games and board games is all too often where chess is good okay, the best way to put it is chess is fantastic for the simplicity of its strategy, allowing you to have you will always have control and awareness of your full abilities, right? Whereas a game like Magic and so many other card games, you can just get a bad hand. I guess the best way to say it is, I would love to make a version of chess where your pieces would have A, abilities, and B, you would have access to them from the start. And I think that would be a very cool and different way to work it. So, and then what pieces you had as a pawn class could be varied up. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking is just like, that's the best way to put it is, I would love to be able to have a pawn class of pieces that would enable you to do various things. Like, say, one particular pawn could build a wall around itself. Therefore, you would require 2 attacks to be able to break through. That kind of thing. To fortify a square. I've seen the old animations of them, yes. Alright. Pawns being able to step through a deadlock would absolutely throw the entire board in danger, for example. Yes, exactly. Like, say you had a spectral pawn that could pass through other pieces, but they could still only attack diagonally. More importantly, when they reach the other side of the board, they can only turn around and start moving backwards. So they can only cross the entire board back and forth. They can't attack in front of them, but they can pass through other pieces. But there has to be an open space on the other side to pass through. That kind of thing. Like, that would be a very cool alteration of chess. I don't have the knowledge for programming games, but that is the kind of thing where I could talk about it all. Let's see. A list of my many hidden talents would stretch to Avernus and back.
I can most certainly. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Besides, I do enjoy being in this neighborhood again. It has such a rich history of abject tragedy. And tragedy, my friend, well, there's my bread and bloody butter.
Or, okay, here's a fun one for if I'm going to consider it. Okay, fun idea for the knight pieces. Chess RPG would be kind of interesting. I'm just trying to think, because the best way I could imagine it is the alteration of the attacking piece being one longer or one shorter. So you would do the L move, but you could only do it on one. Or maybe, knights having noblesse oblige, where they're able to occupy another allied unit's spot. But if you attack into the spot, the other unit dies first. I could see a knight having that ability and being really funny. Why are you just moving up all your pawns? You'll see. Let's see. What do you do for the rooks? Rooks, simultaneously the weakest and strongest unit. Oh. I got it. Rooks can only move 2 spaces in any of the but they get moved so they get the queen's movement, but only up to 2 spaces. And they have to move 2 spaces. So the whole line isn't threatened, but that one specific spot. But you can do it in 8 directions. Yeah, I could see that being really fun. A bigger challenge to try and trap with, but could still be potentially devastating. Yeah, anyway. I can't resist a good tragedy. Indulge me. Oh god, rooks that can't attack, but you can only... Yep. Yeah, I could see that absolutely, where rooks are just literal walls, and you just use them to block out enemies. Though, if I'm perfectly honest, it wouldn't be the king I'd be protecting, it'd be the queen. I'd have them as just blockers for... Basically, I'd cock-block bishops. That's what rook is for, as far as I'm concerned with that. Once they have that ability, they cock-block bishops. That is what they are there for.
Come now, you'd have... Suffice to say there's ambition, folly, and death aplenty. The rest, well, I'll let...
Telling him to stay with... Yeah. Helping the little guy, and there's our next inspiration. Thank you, Will. Yep, back to 3.
A blushing apple begging to be plucked. Raphael's angling for the girl's soul.
She'll make the right decision, you'll see.
I think she will. If not... Well, you've seen what happens when a bound soul reaches for freedom. I can't imagine what cruel penance Moll would pay if she were ever to resist that fell bastard.
Well, Moll's also quick on the uptake, so I'm not too worried about it. His Majesty. Hi, kitty. Okay. Well, Karlach.
Making me sweat.
Hiss! I say hiss!
Your years of hunting and tracking have taught you to recognize a territorial animal when you see it.
I do not seek your territory, noble beast, only a few moments of your time. Why not? This is... Okay.
I'll allow it.
Ah, quite the specimen you are. How did you come to this place?
I slinked, of course. You've had enough, now go. Quickly, yes. Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful.
Noble feline. That's funny. Alright. And of course, Barkus.
Ah, you.
Hello, Barkus. How are things?
How are things? How are things? Well, I've been through worse. I'll soon be off to Moonrise Towers to look for my friend, Wulbren. I understand you might be headed in that direction as well.
Yeah, the cat's gonna leave the 2-star in, do the 2-star review, but I'm gonna do at least a 4. I mean, just simply, it's not their fault this is all happening. And overall, the construction's mostly sound, and, well, we'll be able to get some sleep here. You understand correctly, but it would be suicide for you to go near the place.
Don't threaten me with a good time. My search for Wulbren has been one quagmire after another, as you know. Still, a friend is a friend. And Wulbren won't last long in a place as dreadful as the Towers.
I'm going to the Towers, too. Why don't you let me look for him?
I'm certain Wulbren's never met a half-orc. He'd probably think you're a hallucination.
Wow.
Then again, my track record is, well, discouraging.
Then it's settled. You stay here and I'll search the Towers.
That's very decent of you. Very decent of you indeed.
The less chance of him going underfoot.
I've spotted an alchemist's scales, and had already been cooking up a little something that might help against those cultists. I'll get to work on the brilliant retort,
You get to work at the towers. Deal?
What's the brilliant
A new
retort?
type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. Guaranteed to end any and all arguments or protestations.
Deal.
Very good. Now, you, some of us are counting.
Okay. So, alright, we played around enough. Suppose it's time to talk to the big woman herself. Note, blessing of Saloon at all times. Protects against the effects of Shadow Curse, but beware, even her light cannot guard against darkest shadows. Yep, resist necrotic. Melee caster. Opportunity attack. Yeah.
Please, be welcome. Have a drink.
Alright.
Oh, my gods.
Yeah, fangirling.
To your very good health.
You'll have to pardon my friend Karlak. She's very excited to meet you. Yes, she is. That scowl has not changed much over the years.
Yeah. I mean, it's an honor, milady. I will gladly drink to your health as well, Karlak.
Watching her fangirl is so much fun. Oh well. To your good health.
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
It's trying to change me, to win me over, but I'm resisting the temptation.
And you're certain you will continue to resist?
Yes.
Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
Who is he?
General Ketherick Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketherick Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope.
And thus we show
You
up.
are that hope.
What do you have in mind?
Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketherick is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
A solid plan. The glorious True Shoal Shuna Kanazaki will be the performance of a lifetime. Yeah.
Without a cure to your infection, that lifetime might become rather limited. I promise I will do everything I can to make sure you survive this. Any cure starts with understanding the disease.
Indeed.
Whatever magic Gaverick's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise.
How do I reach him?
You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn.
I can see that.
It's the only reason we're still alive.
My first playthrough, unfortunately, Jaheira died in the last
Tell
battle.
her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Alright. Yeah, my first playthrough in the last Battle of the Towers, Jaheira actually got killed. So, I didn't get to keep her. Alright. Alright.
Too dark to tell.
Alright. So, we now have our information. We now know the last light in. Investigate the House of Healing. Reach the Moonrise Towers.
Jaheira wants to know about supplies.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. Baldur's Gate has the overarching, grim, miserable plot.
You need to reach Moonrise, and I've orders to help you. The path to the towers is drenched in blackness so deep even a torch cannot quell it. Yet the cultists have found a way to move freely. Whatever this method, you must claim it. A cultist convoy crosses the land as we speak. I've readied an ambush. Say the word, and we fly.
Alright, let's go take on that convoy.
Splendid. I'll mark your map. Harper's with me. Stray no more than an arm's length from your course.
Alright. Here we go. Alright.
Keep steady. We're closing in.
Yep.
Looks like there was a struggle here.
Yep. Cultists taking advantage. And we'll see what we get. Alright.
Perfect spot for an ambush. Get into position.
Alright.
Quiet. Move with care.
Alright. And the convoy we're just waiting on. Nope.
Don't want to draw any attention.
Okay. Okay.
To your church every day, my queen.
There they are.
Followers of Legion.
Go. We'll wait for your signal.
Alright.
Faithful stand ready.
Now, obviously, the Wolf follower is the most dangerous one.
Soon the world will bow to you.
Last time I showed off...
Where bars? Something moved up there. Want me to drag it out?
Stay hidden, keep watching.
Stay in the light. They do not go into the dark.
Didn't figure something as big and ugly as you for a coward.
There we go.
Will not go into the dark. Enough! Stop!
They will not become shadow! They will not feed the curse! Forgive me, my queen, but I had to. Before the dark got any stronger.
Signal the Harpers to attack.
Heretics in the dark! Kill them! Destroy the blasphemers!
Alright.
Drive them into the dark! Do not let them take our lives!
Okay. Okay. Alright.
No god can protect this.
Nice. We can't attack the big boy, but we got everyone else. War companion, yeah.
Guard against the darkness!
Nice. Okay.
I fear no
All right.
shadow of death.
Okay. Nice. Alright, Shadowheart. Unfortunately... Well... Yeah, no. Let's just have you disengage. Just pull back. And... Yeah, just disengage.
Oh, got you in her name. Absolute!
Yeah. Alright. Switch to your... Yep, switch. And go ahead and rage. These horns are gonna make him suffer.
You will die.
Cloud of daggers, yeah. Wow, that's a fucking jump. Okay. And that's Will, stuck in the middle. So... Cure wounds... Yeah. Go ahead and cure your own wounds. Okay. Then from there... Turn the tide. Okay. Let's get... Yep. There we go. So his sanctuary's gone. Wolfheart. Alright. Nice. Alright, Shuna. Let's have you start... Get rid of the companion. Go for the flourish. And extra. There we go. Okay. Out of the cloud of daggers. Yeah. Start moving up. Okay. Nice. Okay. Alright, you jump into the cloud of daggers. Wow, they really fucking hate Will. Alright. Yeah, they really fucking hate Will. Okay. Ooh, 15 falling damage, nice. Love that we're getting the... Love that we're at least getting... Oh, what the hell? Okay. Alright. Shadowheart. Now that you're at range, let's have you... Yeah, let's have you... Honestly, Guiding Bolt. Oh, his Sanctuary's back up. Okay. Let's see. Nope. Okay, in that case... We will have you heal... who am I kidding? Guiding Bolt. Then Healing Word. Who's lowest? Will. Yeah, get Will some healing. Yep. Alright, Karlach can't attack you, but she can attack you. Actually, sacrifice 6mm of movement speed to deal an additional 3 slashing damage with your melee. Sure. Okay. And reckless attack. Nice. And... yeah, you're good. Will! Let's have you... Do I go for the smite, or do I just blast? Who am I kidding? The machine gun. He's in a position. Let's use the machine gun. Nope, can't do that, so yeah. Nice. Go ahead and Divine Favor. Yeah, prep for Divine Favor, because we're gonna need... yeah. Alright. Yep. Ow. Alright, Shuna. Yeah, let's start getting these guys out. Go for the... yeah, go for the...
do I have to lose?
Disarm. Oh, just killed him outright. Okay.
Very well.
And... second wind. Alright. Hang in there, Karlach. Yep. He has this Sanctuary effect up. There's that one gone. Cansif. I'll show you when I get a control again. Okay. Where is it? Fanaticism... Sanctuary. Okay, for now he's blocked, but he had Sanctuary, which is an effect that so long as he doesn't attack, he can't be targeted by it for any kind of direct attacks. You could still use an AoE effect and hit him, but as far as actual melee attacks, you can't touch him. It's a pain in the ass. Guiding bolts. Alright. And get Karlach some more healing.
Put him up.
So, like, it's blocked right now, so we'll be able to hit him. But his normal effect is... alright. Primal Stampede. Sure. Run him over. There we go. Alright. Yeah, Consip there is almost dead. And that's Fireball. Okay. No. While it's... Let's make sure you die. And get some damage on you. There we go. Alright. So now he's good. Alright, we already have... Oh, we can restore Divine Favor.
I won't give in.
Alright, Shuna... Alright, we need to disarm you. Yeah, that's gonna be our best bet.
With haste.
We're looking to disarm this prick. There we go. Look for it, look for it. Okay, he dropped it. Alright. So he'll have to spend a turn picking it back up. Actually, let's get the Potion of Speed going. We need to drop this fucker now, so... Yep. Go ahead. And just keep hitting it. Alright. Alright. Yeah, see, like here, we're not able to hit it, because Sanctuary effect is back up. Okay. So yeah, now he has Sanctuary back up. Let's see. Moonshield, was it? Yeah. Affected by entity, creature can't be targeted by enemy attacks or spells. However, it can still take damage from spells that influence a large area. If the affected entity attacks or harms another creature, the Sanctuary will shatter, dealing psychic damage to nearby creatures. So yeah. So long as he doesn't attack, we're fine. Well, he's fine. Alright. And I'll get Will some... There we go.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Yep, we need something that hits an area.
Favors the fearless.
Thankfully, we have something like that. Burning Hands. Alright, see if I can... Perfect. Nope. Missed. I thought he would... Ow, fuck me. Fucking critical hit. Okay, Alright. Okay. So yeah, we can hit him with stuff. We just can't hit it directly. Until the ability's busted. Which it is. So let's disarming. Just... Oh, come on.
Close at hand.
Of course. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that... Basically, not really. He either has to attack or he has to... Yeah. He basically has to attack. Alright, Will. Okay. Yeah, no, that's what makes this guy such a pain in the ass, is he is the kind of character, he is the kind of thing where... Now, that being said... What we can do... Primal Stampede... Yeah, because that's technically a... Yeah, no. Because that is still targeted, yeah. What we can do... Throw the Shattered Flail at him? No, even that counts as... Okay, anything that would do damage. Okay. Sure. Try the compelled duel. Yep. That's considered even harm. Okay. Okay, Shuna... Yeah, the problem is almost everything... Yeah. Okay, so we'll have you just chug a potion. Alright. There we go. Now that he's attacked, he's now vulnerable. Yep.
Take you. I should get these wounds taken care of.
Well, thank you. Alright. Note that the bubble is here, so there's a lantern somewhere on the floor here. Okay. But we can't deal with that at the moment. So let's see. Okay. So what we'll do is... Yep, we're going to use haste on Shuna, I think. Oh no, wait, she's stunned this round, so I don't want to use it this round. So just go for the shot. Alright, there's some damage on him. Alright. Yeah, Yeah, no. Better off just using the ladder. Not enough movement. Okay. Alright. And Divine Favor. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Thank you so much for the healing. Alright, and Sanctuary's back up? Not yet. Okay. So... Yeah, we're gonna have you haste Shuna. Alright.
On the victor's path.
Go ahead and try and get... Yeah, nah. Okay. Saloon's Dream. Nah. Okay.
2 steps at a time.
We'll go... Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this. Armor of Agathis.
I should get these wounds taken care of.
Test my luck again.
Yeah, Shuna should be able to jump up there. Alright. Then from there... Nah, he is still... Survived the first disarm. Second one. Damn. Alright. Yep. There's a crit for us, finally. Alright, there's something. Alright. And she's got haste being held up. So, most I really want to do with her, with Shadowheart, is just keep... Nah. Go for the brace. Hamstring shot. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I mostly just need her to keep...
Forever dauntless.
Yeah. He's got a real good chance to hit, so... Yep. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, fucking course, crit miss. Try and shove? Nah.
No choice but to keep going.
Alright, keep trying to disarm the fucker. There we go. Don't know where his sword fell to. But that is some more damage. And... hindering. And we just gotta keep doing what we can. Then go ahead and chug that healing. There we go. Nice. Getting some damn damage on him. Ooh. Okay. Go ahead and go for... Could go for the chalice. Nah, let's go. Alright. We made her a Druid of the Stars. We might as well start finally taking advantage of it. Constellation Wise Dragon. When you make a saving throw to maintain your ult of 9 or low is considered a 10. Dazzling Breath. Nah, we'll go for Luminous Arrow. Yeah. And go ahead for the shot. Wow.
The blade will not bend.
Okay. So go ahead and heal yourself. Okay. And run up.
Finding my way.
Okay.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Okay, go for Misty Step. Hello. And Piercing Strike. Try and get what we can. Okay. Second attack. Yeah, just keep hitting it. Nice. Okay. Of course. And there we go.
Now all I need is that lantern.
Yep. Alright. Oy. Good work. Shadowheart, Will, Shuna, and poor Karlak. Where'd she die? Harper, Betty.
I'm done. I can't wait to sleep.
Warrior, Harper. Consiv. Where the fuck did Karlak go? Oh, she's up on the... Oh, right.
Stayed interesting.
Right. Down here.
Won't last much longer like this.
No, but...
Let's get going.
Alright. Pick up the moon lantern.
Lantern gives off a chilly glow, protecting all in its vicinity from the surrounding shadows.
Can you feel it? Light. Hope. I'd never forgotten how it felt. Goodbye. And good fortunes. And do return to Last Light should you need space to breathe.
Will do. But...
You notice a tiny pixie trapped within. These fey creatures are infamous for their trickery. Sometimes playful, sometimes malicious.
Oh, please! Oh, golly me, oh my! You must release me or I'll die. This lantern only lights the way when I am hurting night and day.
Legends tells of Fae trapping people, not the other way around. Why are you in here?
My pixie dust is bright as day. My injuries can light the way.
Ah.
Poor thing. A life of torture. We should let her go. Shouldn't we?
What's this mechanism on the base of the lantern? Is that how I release you?
I dare not name it, newfound friend. The faintest touch could spell my end.
Ah. Well, release her.
Finally! Been trapped in that coffin with no one but a mad rider and my own farts for company. Did me a good turn there, didn't you? What do I owe you?
I just need to get through this shadow curse. Can you help?
Sure I can, but will I? Yeah, sure, why not? Here, give this bell a shake. Speak the magic words and you'll get what you've earned. Protection from the shadow curse. What more could a dingus want?
That's about
You're
it.
welcome.
Well, thank you very much. So...
She's as cute as a bug. And not much bigger.
Yep. So... if we use it...
Been blessed already, haven't you?
Okay. So... yeah, we now have the pixie blessing. So we don't have to fear it anymore. By the way, Cruel Sting, his sword. A two-handed... oh no, it's a versatile. Hello. Cruel Sting, 9 to 23. Sting of the Helpless. A drow elf wielding this weapon deals an additional 1 to 4 poison damage against restrained targets. And it has ensnaring, so yeah. Can't say we're honestly going to make use of it. But... orders from Jaheira, well, we know what they are, but... alright. So... let's get everyone... ooh. Lysandra had the hand axe +1. Well, we lost her, but she helped us out a lot. This ambush went as well as we could have hoped. Brawler Vez. Sharp Eye Laura. Alright. So we now are safe from the Shadow Curse. That means this entire area is now ours to explore. So, we actually can get rid of the torches. Yep, let's see what we can get rid of to empty our packs. Lanterns. The Moon Lantern. We don't need it anymore because we have the Pixie Blessing. For those unfamiliar with why Pixie Blessing specifically, is because mythologically, pixies are supposed to be beings of absolute light and joy. Thus, they would counter something like this that would harm you. Yeah, so it's one of those things of, it's just the old myths of it. Alright. And they can all get sent to camp. Perfect. Then, alright. But yeah, we are in rough shape. So, let's go take a rest. Anyone want to talk? Don't think so, but we'll check. Feel free to always explore the campsites. They're bigger than you realize. I don't think there's usually anything too specific in them, but they can be kind of nice. And locating the mirror. But yeah. Alright. There's Volo. Alright. Let's get some rest. Oh, something's happening. Oh, hello, bitch.
Playtime's over, pet. Oh, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that.
Oh.
They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out.
If this devil is so powerful, how did they manage to get captured?
Well, your playmate's wasting precious time. Let's see about getting her priorities fixed. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse abeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission.
Yeah,
This
her
may be
position's
the
in.
best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
We'll rescue your asset on one condition.
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
Trust me.
Will relaxes, and your connection fades.
Mizora, we'll rescue this asset if you release Will from his pact.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash?
Alright. We could intimidate her, which is probably what we'll end up doing. History, nope. Performance. Okay, intimidation. It's our strong point. Go ahead. Ah, we got it. Nice.
Incredible. You actually think you hold the winning hand?
No, but...
Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before.
Understandable.
Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearer's fulfillment of related obligation.
Perfectly fine.
Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do you mind the shadows? They've been especially hungry.
Yep. So, we at least got that out of it. Sweet. There you go, Will. Something to look forward to.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow. Mazora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue. Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole.
Any idea who this devil is that needs freeing?
Not a one. All that matters is that we free it. Fail. And I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front lines of the Blood War.
It's not going to happen. You mean too much to the Sword Coast.
And it means everything to me. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it. But I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. I can feel Mazora scheming, plotting.
Of course.
She won't let me go without making a fuss. Trust me on that.
Of course. That goes without save. Alright. Hey, Karlach.
God damn it! Why did it have to be Mazora? Why did it have to be Zariel? We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? What if it's a runaway like me? Or something far worse?
After what Will sacrificed to save you, it's time to repay the favor.
I never forget what Will did. Not ever. I'm here because of him. And I'd do just about anything to help him. But devils never lose. You know that, right? Sure, they'll give you a bit of tat here and there. But the house always wins.
Yeah. At least under normal circumstances. But these are hardly normal circumstances.
Shah's blessings upon you. Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie.
Oh, by the way, we did find that idol of Sharv earlier.
You thought of me. Thank you. It's beautiful. Nobody's ever given me anything before. What do I owe you in return?
It's a gift. I'm not expecting anything in return.
Thank you. Lady Shard teaches us to forswear material goods. But I think she'll make an exception for her own image. I wonder... Perhaps this is connected to the Dark Justiciars.
That's where we found it.
This is no coincidence, I'm sure of it. I need to keep an eye out for more signs. As long as I've prayed to Lady... There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. Thank you. I should have known you'd be understanding.
Alright. So that gives her something. I assume she's going to place it in her tent. Alright. Well, let's get some sleep. Sweet. And enough to get a full rest without having to use a pack. Not that we're short on them.
The voice of the Absolute is strong here. I'm getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing, saving those people in the grove.
It wasn't even a choice. They needed my help.
Not everyone would have helped. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of wave after wave with hardly a breath, but each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times. I just hope my powers last long enough.
Alright. Sweet. Okay. And that's full inspiration and fully kitted out for the day. Alright. Let's see, folks. Plenty more to explore. Let's keep going. Ooh, what gloves did he have? Thermo-Arcanic. Whenever you deal fire damage, okay. Heat, engulfed by vengeful fire, takes one each turn, but can use heat convergence. Alright. Okay. So let's see. More to explore. And we now have the Pixie Blessing. So we don't need to fear the shadows anymore.
There was a battle here once. A large one.
And, well, you can imagine it was the people trying to fend off whatever was bringing the Shadow Curse. If not the cultists. Nice. Alright. And let's see. Get the feeling there's a fight up ahead. Dead Gith Yankees. Okay, that's the way to Moonrise Tower. Okay, so we've hit the exit of this area. Or at least that's what I'm assuming this is. Because this is go to Moonrise. Yep, reach Moonrise Towers. Yep. So, okay, so we found the exit. But that means we've got plenty more of this area to go through. Brazier. Yeah, put what light you can where you can. And of course, there's also the healing house. There's all sorts of places throughout the Shadowlands that we now have. Not to mention, theoretically, we might be able to solve the issue of the shadows. Oh, that's not good. Well, let's see. How bad could it be? Garroted. Teleport. Alright. Basically, most of our party just got caught. Huh, aren't we missing someone? Karlach wasn't part of the... Oh my god. Karlach. Okay. Join battle. Alright.
Another fight.
Alright. Well, luckily we are slashing flourish. Crit miss, of course she misses. Go for the... There we go. Action surge. And go for another flourish. Okay.
What's the plan?
Okay. Go ahead and wild shape. Starry form, archer or chalice. Try for the concussive. That's fine. And we'll go ahead and... because these are undead, right? No, they're humanoid. Huh. Measles. Weakening. There we go. And champion challenge over here. All of you try to come after him. Alright. Yeah, effectively what this is they're trying to isolate each of your characters and make you alright. Invoke duplicity. Alright. Alright.
Yes.
And go ahead and reckless. You know what? Elkhart. Alright. Reckless or charge? Reckless. Nice.
On the victor's path.
Okay. Try concussive smash. Yep. Shove. Yep.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Disarm. Okay, nope. Okay, we can just go for the feint. Alright. So yeah, effectively what they're doing is trying to garrote you, which is wrapping the rope around your throat and trying to slowly kill you. Alright. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're stuck immobile. I'll try and shove him. Alright.
Ready for another round?
Alright, go for the reckless. There we go. And yeah, just keep trying. Nice. Okay. So from there, she can run over and try and help whoever she can reach. Yeah. Yeah.
Battle favors the fearless.
Alright, we'll go ahead and lay hands. Start with that. Then try shoving. Okay.
Where do I go from here?
Yeah. Yeah, keep trying. Nice. Alright. Love the counters. Yep. But yeah. Alright. Yeah, the problem is the damage output ain't amazing. Cleave, nah. Lacerate. There we go. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Alright. Horde Breaker. Like, you're the one still garroting her, so... And... yeah. She can't move because of it. Yeah. Yeah, this one's rough. Yep. Nice. And Horde Breaker again. Yep. There we go. Yep. It is rough. Let's see. But yeah, this is one of many, many fights where the secondary gimmicks are what make this really rough. Well, let's see. Oh, other thing we need to make sure of is Karlach. And we're back to this. Oh, yeah. I'm a single favorite. Like, that's always the thing for me, is like, I don't tend to have just single favorite one I play over. I love variety, so I'm going to play just one. I don't know what damage. There we go. Okay. But I don't really have a single favorite game. It's one of those weird things for me where it's like, each one offers something a little different. Like, I love this game for the polish and the openness that it has. I adore Pathfinder because of the class options and the way you can build your characters so varied. Is so much more varied. I mean, there's so many good options. Let's see. I mean, that's before we start getting into like the action-based versions, like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or.
That's curious.
Can't risk being in open view. Just out of.
Movable brick. Potter's chest key. Okay. And there's ghost lanterns.
That's odd. The flame won't go out.
Alright. Anyone else?
A spell, clearly. I can't say I'm familiar with it.
The True Soul Coreless. Yeah, nothing. Okay. More places to explore. Nothing over here. Well, let's keep looking. Let's see, it was this way. So this is where the convoy got attacked by Caldini, yeah, dead cultists. Now, the more light in this land, the better off we are. Yeah, they've already been picked clean. Oh, Warren Key. One of the reasons it will always be worth checking. Okay. Well, keep looking.
Hells. The curse has torn open the ground itself.
Bizarrely, yeah. New waypoint, the Shadowed Battlefield. No idea.
No fun. All I wanted was to play.
No idea. I don't know what Owlcat is working on right now. I haven't looked recently. Let's see. See if anything comes up. Several reveals. Supposedly. Let's see. 2 Warhammer 40,000 games. Yep. For Pathfinder and Rogue. Yep. Yep. So, yeah, no. Oh, there's no mention of it, but they very probably are. But that's probably being worked on, just on the way. Alright.
Boom! I scared you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek. Will you play with me?
I can play you a little song. Would you like that?
Not that kind of playing, silly. I want to play a game. It'll be really fun. Let me show you.
Yeah, we'll see soon enough. Alright. Try the Arcana check just to see. It's pretty much raw. Yeah, no. We'll give it one inspiration. Okay.
Not an ordinary child, but not a spectre either. One part of a greater whole, something ancient and oddly sad.
Okay. You want to play? Fine.
All right. I'll hide, and you seek. Find me, and you win.
And if I don't find you?
Then you lose.
Alright, let's begin.
Get ready. And no cheating.
Couldn't if I wanted to, kid. And off he goes. Alright.
Whatever comes, I'm ready. Let's pop you open, shall we?
Alright. Nice. Ring of Mental Inhibition. When a foe fails a saving throw against one of your spells or actions, they gain mental fatigue. Okay.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Okay. Black Oleander.
Hey, you weren't supposed to find me. You weren't supposed to win.
Let's play again then.
Good idea. You're smarter than some playmates I've had. They always tried to leave before I was done with them. Try to find me again, but my family will be looking for you at the same time, so don't get caught.
Okay. Okay. So this is a stealth. Okay.
Should mind my step.
We'll go with dash. Where is the kiddo? To be honest, I found it by accident, so I'm not sure where exactly he is. Let's see. Same thing. I'm genuinely not sure where they are. So...
My faith protects me.
Okay. Is he...
Attention.
Okay.
Rat feet.
Okay. Yep, wrong one. Okay. Daddy's lad. Okay. Mommy's lullaby. Alright. Yep. Woke her up. Okay. So everyone's awake. Once we get a turn, that'll be nice. Alright.
Cloak and dagger. My favorite.
Okay. And... well... nowhere near. There we go. Alright. And who isn't in the fight?
I don't want to think about why my eye is itching.
I don't want to think about why my eye's itching. Go ahead. Really? Even with guiding bolt? Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just curious because they made us look over here. Alright.
Can't give up.
Yeah, what is Oral Vile Oblivion? All nearby light sources get extinguished when the Wraith is nearby. Oh, okay. Ethereal, okay. Yep. Okay, guiding bolt again.
No mercy.
Nice.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Yep. Alright, and there's the kid. In the meantime... go for the extra hit. Daddy, strongest daddy ever. Alright, go for a dash.
No surrender.
Oh, we found Oliver again. Alright. So now... so it's the mom, the dad, and the kid. Alright. Alright. And of course it missed. Okay. Yeah. And... okay.
Battle favors the fearless.
Alright. Honestly, hide.
Survival is all that matters.
Alright. Do they go to default if we all hide?
Any attention right now.
Watch this.
Alright, we know where he is, so...
Can't see me.
Because I get the feeling yeah, I don't think... I just get this nagging feeling in the back of my head, because I remember killing them, and then that ended this, so... I'm actually going to go back. Because I get the feeling you're not wrong. You're not right for killing the parents. The parents and his dog, this kid is obviously something supernatural attached to the shade, to the shadows. So there's something more here. Alright. Alright. Oh, all the way back here. Okay. I hadn't saved since then? Jeez. Okay. Good grief. I gotta start saving more often. Yeah. Okay. Right. I think it was further north we went. Yeah, here we are. Yearning for the moon. Okay.
That might be worth a look.
Yep. Yeah, just some extra cash. In various forms, but extra cash all the same. Okay. Alright, because yeah, I definitely don't think... Something feels off about killing the parents and the dog. Alright. Something feels really off about this. Alright.
She was no fun. All I wanted was to play.
Okay.
Boo! Will you play with me?
And we do.
Not that kind of playing, silly. I want to play.
Go for the roll.
It'll be really fun.
Nope.
Let me show you.
We'll go for one inspiration because we have an extra. And got the nat 20. Got the 20.
An ordinary child, but not a spectre either.
All right. Up, find me, and you win. Get ready.
Okay, so the kid runs out. And let's see. Okay. So then... he was here?
You weren't supposed to find me. You weren't supposed to win. Good idea. Try to find me again, but my family will be looking for you at the same...
Okay. Okay. So we know where he is, cause... Alright, so dash.
My way.
Okay. Okay.
Restricted zones. Not a peep.
Dash. Yeah. Nope. Hide in the shed. Yeah, hide in the shadows.
Concentrate.
Okay.
I'd love to, thanks.
Okay.
Turn down the fire.
Okay. Okay. Oh, there he is.
Keeping my head down. What path lies before me?
Okay. So...
Out of sight, out of mind. Careful.
And found him.
Can't afford any mistakes. No time to dally.
Okay. Do I need to stop being stealthy?
You're good at this. Are you sure you didn't cheat? But I can't let you think me a bad sport. Here's your prize. You'll need it.
We managed to beat Alabraz's own game. He gave us a prize for finding him. Ring of Shadows. Oh, okay. Alright.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Alright. Okay.
Not back to gloat, are you? Nobody likes a bad winner.
No.
I still think you might have tricked me. If you did, I'll figure it out.
No, we didn't. Huh. No, there's more to this kid. So, we'll leave that alone for now, but there's definitely put a pin in that. Yeah. Because it's clear the kid is involved with something anyway. Both the fact that mommy and daddy and the dog are all rituals, are all shadows, tells us that there's something there. Okay. Let's see. I'll be back to there anyway, so I'm not too worried about looting at this exact moment. Let's see. Still, plenty of places to explore out here. And yeah. Okay, so we just need to wait a turn for Oliver to become talkable. Okay. Okay. And what will we find out here?
Looks like an ambush.
Oh? Let's see. Ah, we can see them now. Alright. The Shadow-Cursed Needle Blight. Wow, fucking crits right off the bat. Okay. Okay, yeah, Burning Hands. Go ahead. Alright. And... Divine Sense. Shadowheart. Nothing to heat metal on, so Guiding Bolt. Yeah, let's try and get some stuff clear. There it is. Oof. That hit harder than I thought. Alright. But yeah. These little guys explode.
I've got this. I'm going to enjoy this.
The big ones don't. Alright. And... Elkhart. Alright, here comes some more weak ones. And the biggie. Shadow-Cursed Corpses. Yep. Shuna. Let's have you... Extra AC. Yeah. Nice. Then go ahead and add the Flourish. Off balance. And try and knock you two back. Nice. Ow. Yep. Alright. Well. Yeah. Here, move up. And now go for it. Of course. Will. Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's off balance. Shove. Yeah. So it'll have to move a little. Alright. Go ahead and turn the tide. Alright. Everyone up. They need 17 to hit. Nice. Good work, Karlak. Alright.
My time's running out.
Alright. I know you do. So, we'll give it to you. Yep. Of course. Alright. Shadow Curse Needle Blight. Go ahead. Alright. Alright, Will. She's immobile, so... Okay. Then we'll have her... just go for it. Nice. Yep, nah.
This is my time.
Let's have you... shove... Yep. Yep. Alright. Of course. And there, we got her. Yep. And that's the end. Oi. Alright. I'm gonna call it here for today, folks, though, because I gotta start getting ready for work. Because, for those who don't know, I do work a full-time job. I get done with this, eat some food, and then work 12 to 8. Get up tomorrow and do it all again. So, if you've ever wondered why my streams are short and why I never seem to have enough, I seem, inconsistent, it's because I work a full-time job. Unlike a lot of streamers, it isn't a source of income for me. Would love it to be, but that hasn't worked out. I've only a meager 248 subscribers. So if you know anyone who might enjoy, feel free to direct them my way. Anyway, folks, thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and this has been more of Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.